guys summarize with several sentences? Tell me what happened in the reading from last week. You guys can unmute yourself anytime. Oh, James, you're muted. Yeah, sure. Yeah, please, James.
Harry Potter was going to school.
Yeah, he's going to school. Michael, do you have anything to say?
He got a uniform for school too.
He got a uniform?
What is the name of the school?
What?
What is the name of the school? Yeah, James.
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts. And who? Okay, so Harry is living with who? With his aunt and uncle and his cousin, right? So what are their names? It is okay if you guys don't remember. I just want to try to recap. Okay, so he lives with his cousin, aunt, and uncle. And did he get any letter from the Hogwarts, from the school? Yeah. And who sent the letters to him? What animal? It's kind of a bird. Who sent the letters?
An owl.
The owl. And yeah. And can you guys see my screen, my mouse here? So who is this person? He come to pick up Harry. So who is this? Yeah, James.
Hagrid.
Hagrid. So he's coming to pick up Harry. Okay, so what do you think will happen next?
Harry will choose Gryffindor at the school.
Yeah, cool. Okay, Michael, what do you think?
He will have adventures.
Oh, he will have adventures. All right, so let's read together and find out what will happen next. What will happen next? Let me find my so we're at page 32. All the way. Yeah, I should go to that page before we start. 32. Okay, so I believe we're over here, right? I can read from this paragraph. Golfing gorgons. That reminds me, said Hagrid, clapping a hand to his forehead with enough force to knock over a cart horse, and from yet another pocket inside his overcoat, he pulled an owl, a real, live, rather rough-looking owl, a long quill, and a roll of parchment. With his tongue between his teeth, he scribbled a note that Harry could read upside down. Dear Professor Dumbledore, giving Harry his lecture, taking him to buy his things tomorrow. Weather is horrible. Hope you are well. Hagrid. Hagrid rolled up the note, gave it to the owl, which clammed it in its beak, went to the door, and threw the owl out into the store. Then he came back and sat down as though this was as normal as talking on the telephone. Harry realized his mouth was open and closed it quickly. "Where was I?" said Hagrid. But at that moment, Uncle Vernon, still ashen-faced but looking very angry, moved into the firelight. "He's not going," he said. Hagrid grunted. "I'd like to see a green muggle like you to stop him," he said. "A what?" said Harry, interested. "A muggle," said Hagrid. "It's what we call non-magic folk like them. And it's your bad luck you grew up in a family with the biggest muggles I ever laid eyes on. We swore when we took him in we'd put a stop to that rubbish," said Uncle Vernon. "Swore we'd stamp it out of him. Wizard indeed." "You knew?" said Harry. "You knew I'm a wizard?" "Knew!" shrieked Aunt Petunia suddenly. "Knew! Of course we knew. How could you not to be? My drafted sister being what she was? Oh, she got a letter just like that and disappeared off to that school and came home every vacation with her pockets full of frog spawn, turning teacups into grass. I was the only one who saw her for what she was, a freak. But for my mother and father, oh no, it was Lily this and Lily that. We were proud of having a witch in the family." She stopped it to draw a deep breath and then went ranting on. It seemed she had been wanting to say all this for years. Then she met the Potter at school, and they laughed and got married and had you. And of course I knew about just the same, just as strange, just as abnormal. And then, if you please, she went and got herself blown up, and we got landed with you." Harry had gone very white. As soon as he found his voice, he said, "Blown up? You told me they died in a car crash." All right. So, do you guys have any question about what we just read? Any words that you don't know? No, Michael? Okay, so I'm going to pick one of you guys to read the next section. Who want to do it? Who wants to do it? Raise your hand.
Recording in progress.
Ivan? Hi, Ivan. Oh, we just finished over here. You didn't miss much. So who's going to read next? The next session. Oh, James, please. Okay.
Car crash, roared Hagrid, jumping up so angrily that the Dursleys scuttled back to their corner. How could a car crash kill Lily and James Potter? It's an outrage, a scandal.
You know what?
Harry Potter not own his own story when every kid in our world knows his name. But why? What happened? Harry asked gently. The anger faded from Hagrid's face. He looked suddenly anxious.
Good job. Okay, next paragraph.
I never expected this, he said in a low, worried voice. I have no idea when Dumbledore told me there might be trouble getting hold of you. How much you didn't know. Ah, Harry, I don't know if I'm the right person to tell you, but someone three got yeah, can't go after
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts not knowing.
Okay, so do you notice those weird spellings?
Yes,
So those are the spellings for English accent. So when you read it, so for example here, I don't know if I'm the right person to tell ya. It does sound like British. So that's because the person who wrote this book is a British. It's a British. So she used those weird spellings to emphasize that what's this name? Hagrid is speaking with British accent. Yeah. All right, let's move on. Let's start with here. James.
he threw a dirty look at the Dursleys. Well, it's the best, you know, as much as I can tell you, mind. I can't tell you everything. It's a great mystery. Parts of it. He sat down, stared into the fire for a few seconds, and then said, it begins, I suppose, with a person called, but it's incredible, yet don't know this name. Everyone in our world knows.
Do you want to pass it to someone else, or you want to keep reading?
I want to keep reading.
All right, cool. Let's go.
Who? Well, I don't like saying the name if I help it. No one does. Why not? Gulpin gargoyles. Harry, people are still scared. Limey, this is difficult. See, there was this wizard who went bad as you could go. Worse than worse. His name was Hagrid gulped, but no words came out. Could you write it down? Harry suggested. Nah, can't spell it. All right. Voldemort. Hagrid shuddered. Don't make me say it again. Anyway, this wizard about 20 years ago now, staring, looking for followers, got them too. Some were afraid. Some just wanted a bit of his power, 'cause he was getting himself power. All right. Dark days, Harry didn't know who to trust. Didn't dare get friendly with strange wizards or witches. Terrible things happened. He was taken over. Course, some stood up to him, and he killed them horribly. One of the only safe places left was Hogwarts. Second Dumbledore's the only one you know who was afraid of. Didn't dare try taking the school, not just anywhere.
All right, great. So can any of you guys summarize what we just read? So what happened in the view from here to here? So what happened here? Yeah, Evan, right? Or Evan? Yeah, please.
He was this Hagrid, or I don't know. Yeah, Hagrid was describing a story about someone who went crazy, also that went crazy, and then he didn't want to tell Harry, or I don't know, and then I'm pretty sure Hagrid finally said it, which was I didn't really understand the story, but he was telling like a story about of how and wanted power, but and also he got it.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, so who killed Harry's parents? Yeah, any of you guys can say it. Any? Do you have anything to say? All right. So who killed Harry's parents? Okay. So we'll keep reading and find out. So who wants to read next? Who wants to read the next session? Oh, Evan, go ahead, please. Actually, I cannot really hear you clearly. So can you adjust your microphone? Yeah. Go ahead, please. From here.
Now the mom and dad were as good in which as I ever knew had boys and girl at Hogwarts. In their day, I suppose the mistake is why we never tried to prevent homicide before. Probably knew they were too close to come the door to watch anything to do outside. Maybe he thought he could persuade him. Maybe he just wanted out of the way. All anyone knows is he turned up in the village where he was all on 10 years ago. He was just a year older. He came to the house in the good shadow. Pulled out a very dirty spotted handkerchief handkerchief and cleaned his nose with a sound like a ball. Sorry, he said, but it's that sad. You, your mom and dad, massive people. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, you know who killed him? And this is the real mystery. Everything he tried to create wanted to, to make a clean job of it. I suppose, or maybe he just killed like killing by then, but he couldn't do it. Never wondered, never wondered how you got that mark on your forehead. That was no ordinary cut. That's what you get from a powerful evil curse touches you. He took care of your mom and dad and your house, even but it didn't work on you. And that's why you're famous. Scary. No one ever lived after he decided to go. No one except you. And he killed some of the best witches and wizards of years. The remains, the bones, the cutlets, and he was only a baby.
All right.
You
Sorry. 1 second. So from this paragraph, we can know who killed Harry's parents.
I don't think it tells us.
But yeah, so see? So when a powerful evil curse touched you, took care of your mom and dad and your house, and even So who used this powerful and evil curse?
I thought I was guessing with Voldemort, but I thought Harry was talking to Voldemort. He's like, all right, Voldemort. So I thought he was talking to Voldemort.
Okay, so we got it now. So Voldemort killed Harry's parents, and he also tried to kill Harry, but he failed. All right, so let's keep reading and find out what happened to Voldemort. Ivan, do you want to keep reading?
Okay. Something very painful was going on in Harry's mind. As Hagrid's story came to a close, he saw again blinding flash of green light, more clearly than he had ever remembered it before. And he remembered something else. For the first time in his life, a high, cool, clear laugh. Hagrid was watching from sadness. Took you from the ruined house myself, on Baltimore, on Dumbledore's
Orders?
not yet to this lot.
Mhm.
Load of toss, said Uncle Vernon. Vernon. Harry jumped. He had almost forgotten that the Dursleys were the un, were there. Uncle Vernon certainly seemed to have got back his courage. He was glaring at he and his fists were clenched. Now you listen here, boy, he smiled. I accept there's something strange about you. Probably nothing a good beating,
Yeah, keep.
nothing beating. Wouldn't have heard, 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 and as for all this about your parents, well, they were weirdos, no denying it. And the world's better off without them, in my opinion. Ask the they got getting mixed up with these wizarding types. Here's what I expected always. Maybe they come to a sticky.
Very cool. I will finish this page. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay, I will finish it. But at the moment, Hagrid leaped from the sofa and drew a battered pink umbrella from inside his coat, pointing this at Uncle Vernon like a sword. He said, "I'm warning you, Dursley. I'm warning you. One more word." In danger of being speared on the end of the umbrella by a bearded giant, Uncle Vernon's courage fell again. He flattened himself against the wall and fell silent. "That's better," said Hagrid, breathing heavily and sitting back down on the sofa, which this time sagged right down to the floor. Harry, meanwhile, still had questions to ask, hundreds of them. But what happened to you know who? Good question, Harry. Disappeared. Vanished. So vanished means disappeared. Yeah, they're the same thing. Same night he tried to kill ya. Make ya even more famous. That's the biggest mystery. See? He was getting more and more powerful. Where did he go? Some say he died. Cause Wallop, in my opinion. Don't know if he had enough human life in him to die. Some say he's still out there, beating his time, but I don't believe it. People who was on his side came back to us. Some of them came out of kind of trances. Do reckon they could have done if he was coming back. Most of us reckon he's still out there somewhere but lost his powers. Too weak to carry on. Cause something about you finished him. Harry, there was something going on that night he hadn't counted on. I do know what it was. No one does, but something about you stumped him. All right. Hagrid looked at Harry with warmth and respect blazing in his eyes. But Harry, instead of feeling pleased and proud, felt quite sure there had been a horrible mistake. A wizard? Him? How could he possibly be? He'd spent his life being clotted by Dudley and bullied by Aunt Petunia and Uncle Vernon. If he was really a wizard, why hadn't they been turned into warty toads every time they tried to lock him in his cupboard? If he once defeated the greatest soccer uh, in the world, how come Dudley had always been able to kick him around like a football? Hagrid said quietly, I think you must have made a mistake. I don't think I can be a wizard. To his surprise, Hagrid chuckled. Not a wizard, eh? Never made things happen when you were scared or angry? Harry looked into the fire. Now, he came to think about it. Every odd thing that had ever made his aunt and uncle furious with him had happened when he, Harry, had been upset or angry. Chased by Dudley's gun, he had somehow found himself out of their reach, dreading going to school with that ridiculous haircut. He'd managed to make it grow back. And the very last time Dudley had hit him, hadn't he got his revenge? Without even realizing he was doing it, hadn't he set a boa constrictor on him? Harry looked back at Hagrid, smiling, and thought that Hagrid was positively beaming at him. See? Said Hagrid. Harry Potter, not a wither. You wait. You will be right famous at Hogwarts. But Uncle Vernon wasn't going to give in without fight. Haven't I told you he's not going? He hissed. He's going to Stonewall High, and he will be grateful for it. I have read those letters, and he needs all sorts of rubbish, spell books, and wands, and if he wants to go, a great muggle like you won't stop him, roared Hagrid. Stop Lily and James Potter's son going to Hogwarts. You mad? His name's been done ever since he was born. He's off to the finest school of witchcraft and wizardry in the world. 7 years there, and he won't know himself. He will be with youngsters of his own sort, for a change, and he will be under the greatest headmaster Hogwarts ever had, Albus Dumbledore. I am not paying for some crackpot old fool to teach him magic tricks, yelled Uncle Vernon. But he had finally gone too far. Hagrid seized his umbrella and whirled it over his head. Never, he thundered. Insult Albus Dumbledore in front of me. All right. So this is the end of the reading today, and we're going to do some discussion. So here's some questions I prepared for you guys. So first, if you were Harry and you suddenly learned that you were actually a hero and famous in another world, how would you feel? How would you feel? Anyone can answer. You can either raise your hand or just unmute yourself. Come on, guys. I know. Yeah, James.
If I am Harry and I suddenly learn that I'm actually a hero and famous in another world, I will feel happy.
Okay, why?
I know.
Yes, okay. So you feel happy because you feel everyone knows you, right? And you feel that's really good. Okay, cool, got it. What do you guys think? What will feel if you were Harry? You guys can raise your hands, or yeah, come on, guys, participating. Michael, do you want to give a try? Or
Mm,
or
I would feel nervous
oh, why?
because I don't really know lots of things in other worlds.
I know what the who is. You know who. Pretty sure it's Voldemort.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you feel like it's stressful, right? All right. I haven't heard from Andy and Tyler. What do you guys think? All right. We'll come back to them later. So, who is you know who? Yay! Yeah, Evan.
Voldemort.
Voldemort. And why do you think Hagrid tried to avoid to say his name?
What?
The second part. Why do you think Hagrid, the person who come to catch Harry, tried to avoid to say his name? His name, Voldemort's name. James.
So, what question did you ask?
This one. Why do you think Hagrid trying to avoid to say Voldemort's name?
Because he says this name very less times.
Okay. Great. We'll hear from Evan first. I'm picking.
I think it's because he was kind of afraid of him. Because it also said that it shuddered.
Yeah. So they call the time of Voldemort the Dark Age. So maybe he's afraid of Voldemort, probably, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That is my answer as well. All right. So, and last question. Why do you think Rowling, the author who wrote the book, capitalized every letter here? So I am not paying for some da 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 oh for da and this one. Oh yeah, Evan.
Because they're probably yelling. Well,
Sorry, what?
no, they're probably yelling because there's also an explanation.
Yeah, they're probably yelling at each other. Michael, do you have anything to say? I saw you raise your hand. Yeah, James, I saw your hand. Just give other person a chance to speak. I will come back to you.
I didn't.
Nothing? Okay. James, your turn now. Yeah, you can speak. I can hear. So, what do you think?
Because
Yeah.
To make the sound very loud.
Yeah, so very loud, like they're fighting with each other, right? So I am not paying for some crackpot fool to teach him magic tricks. Not like I'm not paying for his blah, blah, blah. So it's like trying to say with louder sounds. All right, cool. So that's all we got for today. Do you guys have any comments on what we read today? Or any words that you don't understand? No? All right, cool. So does anyone want to summarize what we did today? Kind of? You don't have to use a whole lot of sentences, just a few sentences is fine, or a few words, that's fine. All right, yeah, oh, James, or yeah, it's okay. So, wait, oh, Michael, do you want to summarize what we read today? Give it a try. Okay, so first, so Harry learned his parents were not died from a car crash, correct? So how did his parents die?
I think they died. They were killed by Voldemort.
Okay, so they died from Voldemort's powerful and evil curse, right, from the text. All right, so and then does everyone afraid at Voldemort at that time? Yeah. Okay, does the Voldemort have many followers as well? No. Oh yes, they do. They do follow Voldemort's. Okay, so here, so yeah, so there's something here. All right, so yeah, and one more question. Okay, does Uncle Vernon Vernon wants Harry to go to the magic school? No. Why? Why? Yeah, James.
Because Harry Potter is a wizard.
He's a wizard, but why Uncle Vernon doesn't want him to go to that school?
He is not paying for some crackpot old fool to teach him magic tricks.
Yeah, excellent. Yeah, your answer is correct. Ivan, right? Sorry, I keep saying your name wrong. Do you have anything else to say?
Nothing.
So he doesn't want Harry to go to the school because of financial problems, right? All right, cool. So I think that's all that was all we read for today. So just one more time. Do you guys have any questions for me? No. All right, fantastic. If you guys don't have any question, we can end the meeting now. Yeah, and great to read with you guys this week. And I hope you guys will keep reading and enjoying your reading next week. All right, bye.